Hello, creative friends. My name is Cheryl, and this is the Stamping Squad. So I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. If you're new, thank you very much for stopping by. And if you've been here before, thanks for coming back. Today, I have a really cute little project for you. I did a video a couple of weeks ago. I was getting ready to go to a maker's market, and this is one of the items that I made to sell there. And I thought it was super cute. And so did everybody that stopped by my booth. And I've had a couple people ask me, how did you do that? So I thought, well, let's just do a quick video and I can show you how I did that. So what this is, it's a cute little ladybug treat. It's got 3 Hershey Nuggets in it. Can you see that? 3 Hershey Nuggets inside. So let me just get started here and show you how I did this. You're going to need some pieces of cardstock and paper to do this project. A piece of designer series paper that's 2 1/4 by 2 5/8. Another piece that's 1 1/4 by 2 5/8. And you also need a piece of cardstock that is 2 3/4 by 7 1/2. So those are the 3 pieces that are going to make this up. If you're using a directional paper like this is, you want the 2 5/8 measurement to go horizontally, okay? And that way it will line up just right. If you're not using directional paper, you don't need to worry about that. All right, as I said, this piece of cardstock is 2 3/4 by 7 1/2, and this one happens to be Bermuda Bay. I love this color. But I want to show you how I got this piece of cardstock, what I did. Because these treats are so cute, you are probably not going to make one. You're going to make multiples. So let me just show you an efficient way to do that. So this, and I don't know if you'll actually be able to see the whole thing, but let me slide it around for you. What I started with was an 8 1/2 by 11 sheet of cardstock. That's all this was, just like this. So the first thing that I did was to cut off 1 inch. So I cut this off, let me put that aside, and now the piece of cardstock is 7 1/2 inches by 11 inches. Then I took this piece, let me just pick it up here. We're still gonna pretend like it's one piece of cardstock. And then I use my Simply scoring tool. And you can see there, I have it sitting with the 7 1/2 inch side across the top. And I scored this at 1 3/8, 1 7/8, 3 1/4, and 3 3/4. And let me just give you those score measurements right here. So if you wanted to take a screenshot, you could do that. Those are the score lines that I made. Then, if you take this piece to your paper cutter and you just cut off a piece that is 2 3/4 inches wide, and then cut off another piece that's 2 3/4 inches wide, and then make one more cut, you'll have 2 more pieces that are 2 3/4 inches wide. That means you can get 4 of these treats out of 1 piece of 8 1/2 by 11 cardstock. So I think that's fantastic. The only leftover piece is this that's 1 inch wide. And you know, you can use that for some other project. So let me set this aside. So here's the piece that I am going to use. Let me bring back my pieces of designer series paper. And this paper is Artfully composed, and it was in the January to June 2022 catalog, which any moment now at the end of June will be no more. So if you're watching this video the last couple days of June, be sure and pick up this paper if you like it. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is take this larger piece and I'm going to adhere it to my cardstock. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my piece of cardstock and I'm going to lay it down so that the bumpy side Okay, so the little humps that are lifted up from the scoring are on the top. So I can see 4 humps here. And then I'm just going to take my liquid glue and put a little glue on here. And then just center this with the top and the sides. You're going to have about 1/16 of an inch margin there. Press it down. And then what I'm going to do, because this is directional paper, this next part is important. So to get everything to turn out right with the up facing up and the down facing down, I'm going to take this and I'm going to flip it over. And I can see my score marks. There's a pair of score marks here. There's a pair here. And I am just going to adhere this right here in between those 2 sets of score marks. All right. There we go. Going to press that down a little bit. And then I'm going to take my bone folder and make some creases with those score lines. So I'm folding into the bump. All right. So I'm going to do that on each one of the score lines. All 4 of them. There we go. And then I just need to glue together what's going to become my little box area that my Hershey Nuggets are going to fit in. So what I'm going to do is just put some liquid adhesive, some glue on here. Now you can use any adhesive that you have, whatever your favorite is. The glue is very strong, so I know it will hold well. You could also use some tape adhesive, like some tear and tape. That would be strong as well. So you see, I just kind of folded this over flat with this one margin showing at the top, and I'm going to press it down really good. And then let me show you what we will be doing. We will be, can you see? There we go. We'll be pushing this up just so it creates this little box that we can put our treats in. I'm going to give this just a couple minutes to dry because I did use the liquid glue. So I'm just going to set that aside. And let me tell you what else I did here. So you will notice on this one that I showed you at the beginning that we have this cute ladybug, and then we also have a punched out shape underneath it to kind of set it off. And so what I used for this was this bumblebee. I still had some bumblebee cardstock, so I thought I should use it up. This is the, I believe it's called the Label Me Lovely punch, and that is in the annual catalog. You can get that. And I punched out a shape in Pool Party because I thought that would go nicely with the Bermuda Bay and the other colors in this designer series paper. So I have that. Then I used the Ladybug Builder punch, so cute, to punch out a black body like this. And I punched out wings in Calypso Coral. Calypso Coral is one of the colors in the designer series paper, so I thought that would make a good color for the wings. Now, we need to do a little bit of stamping. So I need to stamp my spots or my dots on my ladybug. And so today I am using the Hello Ladybug stamp set. And I'm going to use this stamp to stamp the spots. And then I'm also going to be using the My Friend sentiment. Okay, so let's get started. I'm just going to be using my Memento Tuxedo Black ink today. And I think I will do the ladybug spots first. So I just want to ink this up really good. That looks pretty good. And let me see, let me get right above this and see if I can get it on there just right. And I'm gonna hold it down. Now, something I don't think I've mentioned to you all before. On these stamps that are photopolymer, there we go, that are clear, the clear stamps, they don't have a lot of cushion in them. So this that I'm using in my videos, this actually has a little bit of cushion. And so I get a good stamped image with these photopolymer stamps. So let me show you, if I am not using this cushion, I would use this. Let me turn it around this way. There we go. So you can purchase this in the catalog, and basically it gives you a cushion so you get a good, clean, strong stamped image with the photopolymer stamps. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue the wings on my Ladybug. Here we go. Put those on and press them down. Scoot that around just a little bit with the liquid glue. Okay, Ladybug is finished. I love it. All right, then the Ladybug is going to be right on top here, and I'm going to use this My Friend stamp, and I'm going to stamp it right here. So let me get it inked up, and then we'll stamp it on here. Very cute. There we go, My Friend. I love that. On the ones that I showed you before, I used a different stamp from a different set, an older set that I had, that said just for you. Of course, you can use any sentiment that you have, and you could use any punch you have, and actually any decoration that you want on these. You could really customize it to be exactly what you want. All right, so now I'm going to glue this on. Here we go. Center it. I'm just going to flip it over and press it really good here. Now our liquid glue on our little treat holder has had some time to dry, so I'm not worried about it coming apart at this point. Now I just need to put my Ladybug on here, and I am going to use dimensionals because I want my Ladybug to be popped up just a little bit. So let me put a few of these on. There we go. Now I just need to take off the backing. I love these little self-adhesive foam discs. They really add a nice touch to your project. And so there's the Ladybug. There she is. Now I can go ahead and kind of fold this up. And we need Hershey Nuggets. That's what we need. So 3 of them will go in here. And one of the reasons I love this little box is you don't have to use any kind of adhesive. You don't have to use glue dots or any kind of tape or anything to hold them in here. This is going to be tight enough that they will stay in there, and you don't have to worry about them falling out. So what you want to do when you get ready to slide them in, you want to make sure that you're sliding. You don't want to go this way because they'll just turn that up. Okay, so we want to make sure that we're going the same direction, keeping that the same direction. Push that one in. Then the second one, I'm going to flip over and do it upside down. All right, again, I just want to look at that flap and put that one in. And the final one, let me see which direction the flap is going. It's going that way, so put it in. So the first one goes in right side up, the second one goes in upside down, and the third one goes in right side up. And look at that, they fit in there. That's not going anywhere. I love that. It just makes it so easy. So again, let me show you these other ones that I made. This one, I love this polka dot paper. I think it looks so cute with the ladybug dots. And here's another one that's very similar. You use the same paper and cardstock and the same little ladybug, but a different sentiment. And let me show you one more. This is another one where I used some floral paper and did the cute ladybug. So there you go. I hope that you'll make some of these. They were a big hit at the Makers Market, and I'm having fun actually giving them to friends as well for a special treat. So let me know if you have any questions. I would love to answer your questions. All the information for the project will be down in the description. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I hope that you will. And tell your friends about the channel and come back and watch more videos. If you have a suggestion about a video that you would like to see, please tell me in the comments. I would love to do that for you. All right, thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.